Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world namely calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elder prophets, a great millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord, and the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure and be sincere. And the mighty shalom to the hopeful elect who are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord, and the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwakim that are believers of His word. Lord willing, they can continue in their lot to pursue to be a loving, a silent, and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. This is going to be a quick exhortation through the Spirit to motivate the few laborers that's here, continuing teaching 100% the Most High's doctrine, into the hopeful elect, right? The title of this lesson, Lord willing, is Again and Again. You must know that there are only a few laborers. Only a few. This is Luke, the 9th chapter, in verse 5. In the KJV, and whosoever will not receive you, when ye go out that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against them. Right? In the NLT, if a town refuses to welcome you, shake its dust from off your feet as you leave, to show that you have abandoned those people to their fate. To the men of the Lord that's teaching only for the elect. Every time you teach in the children of the Lord is not listening, you left them to their fate. Blood is off your hands because you're trying to teach them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, right? Only the true sheep is going to hear the voice of Hamashiach, Yahushai, through you. Let's actually get that. St. John chapter 10, and I believe verse 27. It says, actually we start at 26. It says, ye believe not because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you, right? And there in, the minds, the hearts of the men of the Lord, this is why they're moved not to teach everybody, because everybody is not going to believe. Everybody's not just going to click, Verse 27, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, right? And we follow Him through the order. How the Lord paved the way through the men of the Lord before I even got in this, right? So we follow the Most High through His order and His decency. And for me, in my eyes, the order starts with the elder apostles on down. I'm an affiliate to those men. They've been 10 toes down before I got it, because the Lord put me in the time He seen fit. And He had me left, right, trigger, square. But it was all the will of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, because He's not just going to put this on my lap. I have to desire it. He has to put it in me to desire it, And then as soon as that spark come, then I could just look at the brothers I labor with that were teaching the same thing, right? And at the end of the day, we're a reflection of other brothers that's in unity, singing the same song in the same tone, right? And so we hear Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai through those men, and the Lord is working through the same spirit through them and through us, that He put it on us to teach this word days in and days out. A laborer is not somebody now they just retired. They're not working no more. For Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, you're working until He comes save us on this side. Even if when He saves us, we're still going to be workers, right? But let's go back to Luke. We're going to go to the 10th chapter and read verse 7 down, right? This is Luke chapter 10, verse 7. and in the same house remain, eating and drinking such things as they give for the laborers, is worthy for his hire. Go not from house to house, and into whatever city ye enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of the Most High is come nigh unto you. Now, before I keep going, I just want to get the etymology of that word, kingdom. Just the word kingdom, right? This is the blue letter.
Strong's G 932. Basileia. Basileia.
So Basileia, right? Kingdom in this verse is royal power, kingship, dominion, ruler, right? The royal power of Yahushua as the triumphant Hamashiach, right? Or to refer to the reign of the Messiah, right? We have to think. The kingdom starts with Yahushua, right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, right? The 12 and the 144,000. It's a kingdom. It's a kingship, right? And we got to thank the Lord so that we get to see this in the scriptures. And this is what we're preaching. We're preaching the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, which is a kingdomship, right? So reading Luke chapter 9, verse 10 again. And heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of heaven is come nigh unto you, which was Yahushua. Kingdomship start with Yahushua. Yahushua came unto us in the flesh. He's the sign. He's the mark. He's who we're pressing towards, right? Verse 10, but into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you not, go your way out into the streets of the same, and say, even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, but ye sure of this, that the kingdom of the Most High is come nigh unto you. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Right? I'm going to read 11 and 12 in the NLT. We wipe even the dust of your town from our feet, to show that we have abandoned you to your fate. And know this, the kingdom of God is near, right? The kingdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is near. But since you didn't want to hearken and be the sheep of the Lord and hear, we're leaving you to your fate. I'm in Buffalo, New York, every day, all day, days in and days out. It might be more people that's fully listening outside this city. And it's something that could be listening to the brothers, in our city. But for the majority that's not, soon as that video clip is done, soon as we move from the corner we at or where we at, we left you to your fate. Family, friends that ask questions about this truth, and then you give them an answer, and then they give a slick or a scofful remark or a funny gesture, right? We left them to their fate. We left you on that notion. And if you're not cleaving to repent to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, it's over for you, right? Let me just get right? Actually, I'm gonna look up that word right there, right? And since I can't get it because that's the NLT, let's just see. This is what the definition of fate.
Fate.
The development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by a supernatural power, destiny, providence, God, the Most High's will, right? Be predestined or preordained, right? And if you ain't listening, you was preordained not to listen. That was your fate. Your fate was for the men of the Lord teach this word and then turn away from you. Now when the men of the Lord mouth get closed, you're going to be looking for them, and you're going to be ass out, right? Luke chapter 10, verse 12, I assure you, even wicked Sodom will be better off than such a town on judgment day. Now, physical Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, which is true. Now, who's going to get hit? Yes, it's going to be physical America, but you have to look, the landmass didn't do nothing. It was the people of the landmass. So the children of Israel, because of the sins that we have committed, we're going to get double. So a lot of the 2/3, which is double of the 1/3, you're going to get the best ass whooping, because the Lord tried to speak to you once or twice, but you didn't want to perceive, and you're left to your fate, which is a nuke on that behind. Maybe the Lord might have somebody shoot you before that day, right? Because the Lord know you ain't gonna listen. You're gonna have it bad on this side. Jacob Treble, you're gonna have it bad on this side. Your relationship might seem good, but you're gonna have it bad on this side, right? The Lord is dealing with a few laborers, and the laborers are in a constant battle for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, because it's gonna come to those laborers to suffer, right? If we're a reflection of Hamashiach Yahushai, we're going to suffer for his sake, right? I wanted to get one, right? Let me go back. This is Luke chapter 10 and reading verse 2. It says, therefore said he unto them, the harvest surely is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. The harvest is the vineyard, right? The vineyard is the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel on this side, which would be considered the elect, right? And the Lord have chosen a few laborers for that few elect, like teachers, principals, leaders of a school, leaders of an organization, how everybody has a role. That's how the elite top men, starting with the 12, the 144,000, starting with the apostles. It's an order, right? And those are the few laborers. And of course, the men of the Lord that are the laborers are teaching for the rest of the elect, right? The rest of the men, the women, and the children, And this is why we have to we have to continue on that lot, right? Let me just get this other one, because for the few laborers, just like this verse that brothers bring out fluently, pressing towards the mark, in multiple positions in this truth, even for a woman, she's pressing towards the mark. It could be a brother that's not teaching, but he has the faith. He still has to press towards the mark. And you have the laborers that have to press towards the mark, because they've been given the instruction to teach this word. The instruction is within them. The Lord is searching the inward man, and he called you to be a prophet. He formed you before Jeremiah. Before, I wasn't confident to say, hey, I'm a man of the Lord or a prophet or a teacher, but now I am, because the Lord is drawing you to teach, and a prophet predicts the future. And I'm not doing it on my own will. I have to use thus saith the Lord, book, chapter, verse, line upon line, parable, prophecy, And this is what prophets do. I might be a premature, a baby prophet at that, But I'm not the best. The Lord put me in my lot. And just like many more, we have to press towards this mark, however long you've been in this thing. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 14. It says, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High in Hamashiach Yahushai. Yahushai is the mark. And when we go back to Luke, the 10th chapter, right? And the 9th chapter, let's just get a glimpse. What we read was in red letter, right? Luke 9 and 5, red letter. Luke chapter 10, verse 17, to 12, red letter. And I always, every time when I'm bringing out anything red, this is a warning from Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Let's go to something else, because he's saying it's only a few laborers. What is these few laborers going to do? The few laborers is going to go to the highways and byways, right? But why they at the highways and byways through the Spirit, they got that garment on, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And what they're doing when they're teaching is giving somebody else the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding so they could put their garment on, right? Matthew 22, starting at verse 7. No, I'll start at verse 8. It says, start at 7. It says, but when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burnt up their city. Then saith he to his servants, right? Who is those servants? Those laborers, those prophets, apostles, evangelists, the true teachers, right? The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Yahweh Shai being here, touching earth at the time he did, the wedding was ready, right? Yahweh Shai don't even know when he coming back, but the wedding was ready. As soon as the Lord sent Yahweh Shai to touch the earth and establish teaching the gospel, teaching the good news, teaching the kingdom is coming. As soon as Yahweh Shai did his job laying his life down on that cross, it was already the end time. Right now, we putting on that garment right now so we can physically put it on the coming of Yahweh Shai when he changes into that corruptible body. Lord willing, we are that number. So again, Matthew 22 verse 8, then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy, right? The ones that the Lord is trying to call, they're not ready. Hey, I wasn't ready, right? At 25, when I first heard it, I wasn't even ready, and I wasn't even hearing 100% truth. Even before that time, I wasn't ready. In Christianity, like, yo, some just feel like they lying to me. I wasn't ready, right? We wasn't ready, right? All praise to the Most High. He enabled me in this truth. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12. He seen some type of faith in me, enabled me in his ministry, right? Verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage, right? We have to bid our brothers and sisters to Yahweh Shema Shai's marriage. He's coming soon. Ready or not, here I come, right? The Lord is going to come. So in two ways, is the laborers getting ready for his coming? And for you sheep, is you ready to listen? Is you preparing yourself for the coming of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Right? So again, verse 9, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Right? Our duty is to go to the highways, man. Teach the Lord's word. Bid the people, regardless if they hear or forbear. Right? Verse 10. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and a wedding was furnished with guests. Right? Because we're teaching this word, trying to gather the flock of the Lord, good or bad. Yahweh Shai, well, what did he say in Luke, the 12th chapter? He's going to bring division, right? Because the Lord knows who it is, right? Because it is some bad fruit, a bunch the good, a bunch the good plants, right? This is Luke 12, verse 51. It says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on the earth, and tell you nay, but rather division in all ways of life, but starting with Israel. Judgment starts in Israel. The Lord is going to separate the wheat from the tare, the weak from the strong, the righteous from the sinners, right? The godly from the ungodly, men and women, right? The Lord not playing with this. Matthew 22, verse 10 again. It says, and those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man with not a wedding garment, right? He didn't have on the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But we're talking about the laborers. This job what the laborers are doing, they're caring more about others than themselves. So you have to be accountable in this thing. You have to examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. You have to sharpen yourself. And you got to dwell amongst the brethren, right? To get that confidence. Because this is not a one-man team. And you could be battling with things. And you got to work. It's tough out here, right? The men of the Lord have given you the best job on the earth. And it's not easy, right? But you got to continue to be on fire. Let me get this last one. I'm going to close. This is 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. The 5th chapter, and I'm going to read verse 19. It says, quench not the spirit, right? Despise not prophesying. Prove all things and hold fast to which is good. Abstain from all appearances of evil. So being the few laborers, we have to always make sure we're not quenching the spirit, that fire is staying lit, right? If you see it, if you might feel that it's dim, you find a way to put that thing back. And you despise not prophesying. Every day it should be a mission to do a video. No excuse. Oh, I couldn't do a video. Oh, I did mad videos. What? Then sometimes you got to bring them things back. We're still here. We're still in the flesh. Ain't no green lights. Everything okie dokie, okie pokey. Then you got people always breaking down the scriptures incorrectly. So we got to prove all things a hold fast, which is good. We just can't let things just fly like a damn butterfly, a bee, right? Sometimes a fly get in your house, you gotta smack that thing down, right? And that's how it is. We gotta smack false teaching, false breakdowns, man, right? Because this is dealing with the Lord's doctrine. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that. You know, what is it? Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Verse 1, it says, hear ye children the instruction of a father, attend to no understanding, for I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. And we understand that in one part of that law, Deuteronomy 18, verse 15 and 18, we were supposed to listen to this prophet that was going to be just like Moses. And there's only one that was face to face with the Lord. That's Hamashiach Yahushai, with that shine on him, right? Yahushua is the wisdom of the Lord, right? So Yahweh Shema Shai gave us good doctrine, and the laborers, the few laborers, is teaching. Open up your damn eyes and look on the highways and byways, right? Perfectly great millstone is teaching everything, even if it might hurt your ears. We live in a time of prophecy. We're a nation of prophecy. We're here because of prophecy, right? Something I was reading in Luke. Yahushua was telling people, hey, he was prophesying that the Son of Man was going to die, right? And he was telling people, hey, don't tell nobody. Or he was speaking in a certain way and they didn't even understand it, right? Because it has to be fulfilled. And I said that was my last verse. But with this, I'm gonna use this one, right? This is Luke chapter 9, starting at verse 20. It says, he said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? Peter answering said, the Hamashiach of the Most High. And he straightly charged them and commanded them to tell no man that thing, saying the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and chief priests and scribes and be slain and be raised the third day. Yahushua did this, right? And later on, it got fulfilled, getting rejected by them and raising from the dead, man. So if that got fulfilled, I believe that. How much more the rest of these scriptures going to be fulfilled? Is you waiting and watching? Is you measuring with your spiritual ruler? right? This is a consistent thing, right? Just like you have a consistent feeling, a consistent urge of drinking water, eating food, a consistent feeling of you got to provide, right? A consistent of knowing that you have to move, right? You get bored, you don't want to get lazy. We're always being consistent with those things. But be consistent on doing your work, laborers, right? You got this. Continue pressing towards the mark. Because ain't nothing more important than that mark. Ain't nothing more important than that mark. Ezekiel 9:4 is a mark. Getting the mark of exemption from judgment, right? That the Lord is going to give us, man. That seal of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Not that mark of the Quran in Revelations 13. Man, F that. Fuck that, right? All the things you've been going through, you're pressing towards the mark of getting that crown. Seeing Hamashiach Yahushai. Ain't nothing better, right? Ain't nothing better. And the Lord showed so much love for you that he gave you these few laborers that was dedicated. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, it was edifying. And that you get encouragement for it to press towards that mark. With that, Shalom. All praises to the one true power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. Shalom.